Hello and welcome to Let's Get Digital, the game show for modern marketers. Speaking of modern marketers, we are joined by three talented contestants today. With us today is Tyler Hakes, the strategy director and principal at Optimist.
Hello.
Also joining us all the way from New Zealand is Caelan Huntress, creative director at Stellar Platforms.
Hello.
And finally, we are also happy to welcome Chris Cozzolino to the show, co-founder of Uptown Creation.
Hello.
And as always, I am your host, Megan Crawford, growth marketing strategist here at Sculpt. Before we jump right into things, a quick introduction to how things work on the show. There are 10 Let's Get Digital games to choose from, all of them marketing themed, of course. And at the top of every episode, we'll pick one by spinning this wheel. So let's see what we're playing today. The name of the game is Trademarked, and Trademarked is a game that gives you the chance to play marketing detective by piecing together clues to decode a number of mystery brands. Here's how it works. For the first 2 rounds, you'll be shown 3 clues each turn. These could be written clues, visual clues, or audio clues. I'll give you about 30 seconds to guess before moving on to the next clue. With each clue, it should become progressively easier to identify the mystery brand. The first person to buzz in and guess correctly wins the point. Sounds pretty straightforward, so what's the catch? You only get 1 chance to guess per brand, so it's all about timing. If you wait until you have all the clues, a bolder opponent might take the lead with an early guess. But if you buzz in too soon and guess incorrectly, your opponents might be able to steal the point by waiting to hear an easier clue. Since this is Let's Get Digital, the game is played in 3 rounds, and we're changing it up for the 3rd round. It's a lightning round, 1 clue per brand, visual cues only. Finally, if the game ends in a tie, we will go to a tiebreaker round to settle the scores. And that's it. Are we ready to jump into it?
Let's do it.
Rock and roll.
Okay, starting with round 1. All right, here is your first clue for round 1. Formerly their unofficial motto and a part of their corporate code of conduct, this brand was once known for their use of the phrase, "Don't be evil." Caelan buzzing in right away. Caelan, what's the brand?
Well, I like it that their motto used to be, "Don't be evil," and Google has changed.
That's correct. This brand is Google. Apparently, not being evil is too high of a bar to clear. So it is no longer part of their corporate code of conduct. All right, we are going to go ahead and move on to the second brand of round 1. Here is your first clue. If nobody wants to guess, I will go ahead and move on to the second clue. Remember, you have 2 more clues to guess, so you don't need to guess just yet. Okay. Here's your second clue. Early on, peer-to-peer file sharing was one of this brand's core functions. The add-on service was axed in 2006 before gaining widespread popularity, probably due to pirating concerns. Oh, that was Tyler buzzing in.
Is it Napster?
It is not Napster.
I was trying to think. I thought the blue. I was trying to think. They had like some kind of blue.
That was a good guess.
But
That was a good guess. We will go ahead and go to the 3rd and final clue for this brand. Caelan and Chris still in it. Here we go. In 2010, Columbia Pictures released a film starring Jesse Eisenberg that portrayed this brand's origin story. That was Caelan buzzing in. Go ahead, Caelan.
It's Facebook, or as it was originally known, the Facebook.
It is Facebook, formerly known as the Facebook. Yeah, Facebook used to have a file sharing service as part of its core offerings called Wirehog, which may have been one of the reasons it never caught on because that name is horrendous. Yeah, and then of course it was the social network that was the based on a true story movie that won all of those awards. That's correct. Unfortunately, it didn't win Best Costume Design, even though Zuckerberg went on record as saying that every single polo and fleece in the movie was a polo or fleece in his actual closet. But, you know, bygones are bygones. All right, we are moving on to the third brand of round one. Here is your first clue. This brand recently released an update that gave premium users access to a wider variety of emoji reactions as well as an entirely new filter feature.
I got some guesses, but I don't really know.
That's all right. We've still got 2 clues left to go. Moving on to the second clue. Although it was launched in 2011 and widely adopted by businesses and individuals worldwide in the years since, this brand's popularity and stock price skyrocketed in 2020. Chris, that was you buzzing in.
Ooh, I didn't read the stock price part, but I'm going to say LinkedIn, even though they're owned by a different company.
Ooh, it is not LinkedIn.
Premium emojis on LinkedIn, though. That would be...
Premium emojis on LinkedIn.
You can react to messages now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you can react.
All right. So no, it is not LinkedIn, but we still have 1 clue left to go. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the final clue for this brand. It's a visual clue, so get your buzzers ready. Caelan?
It's got to be Zoom.
It's Zoom. That's correct. It is Zoom. So it is Zoom, which did really well in 2020 because everyone is using it. So Zoom is having a grand time. And yeah, they recently added filters, which if you have premium, you can choose, like, it's like Snapchat filters. Like, you can choose a filter to go over your face. And you can also choose more emojis other than just the clap or thumbs up. Everyone else, you're stuck with those. So, all right. First clue of round 2, here we go. This software company revealed a limited edition sneaker collab with designer brand Cole Haan. Tyler?
Slack.
Unfortunately, it is Slack.
I wish I had some Slack kicks. I'd show them off.
Yeah. You know, shockingly, not a single color or size is sold out on their website. I can't imagine why. They
$150 something.
Yeah, the shoes come in 4 colors and they are $120 a pop. So if you want to rep your favorite internal messaging system on your feet, I guess, and have $120 to spend, go for it. They're still all available.
If you had a PR consultant on here, though, they'd be defending this all day. Look at all the press they're getting.
Yeah, you know what? Yes, let's move on. We're giving them airtime and they're not paying us. All right, this is your second brand of round 2. Moving on to the first clue there. This brand switched to a cloud-based subscription model in 2013 and scaled back support and updates for customers who'd purchased software downloads before ultimately discontinuing their one-time purchase licenses altogether.
I can think of a few candidates.
Okay. If there are no guesses, we'll go ahead and move to the second clue. This SaaS brand is best known for their creative software. That was Tyler in first. Tyler, go ahead.
I'm going to go with Adobe.
That is correct. It is Adobe. Surprisingly, or maybe not so surprisingly, Adobe and Microsoft launched their cloud-based system in the same year in 2013. But Microsoft actually still supports their single download licenses, whereas Adobe no longer does. So
That I should have known this, because in 2012 I purchased licenses, and then in 2013 they did.
oh, that's rough. That's really rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in their defense, I can only imagine. I mean, people have super outdated versions of like
Yeah.
Creator Suite on their computer with like various levels of like patch. I can't imagine trying.
Yeah, trying to provide support for that would be a nightmare. Moving on to the third and final brand of round 2, here is your first clue. In 2019, this CRM brand launched an entertainment platform with over 50 original series, films, and podcasts produced by their in-house studio.
I feel like CRM brand is kind of a trick question right there.
It was not intended to be. I might just be...
And I'm like, is Salesforce producing all sorts of...
All right, if there are no guesses, we'll go ahead and move to the second clue. This brand is no stranger to the podcasting world, though. Their campaign sponsoring the launch of a wildly popular true crime podcast went viral in 2014 and spawned a spin-off campaign leaning into all the memes around their brand's name.
It's close. Can't think of it.
Who is the sponsor? Yeah, okay, yeah. I can't think of what the sponsor was. I mean, I'm assuming that's Serial, right?
Yes, it is Serial. Serial was the podcast, but not the brand. So, all right, this final clue is a visual clue. So get your buzzers at the ready. Here we go. Oh, that was Tyler in first, followed closely by Caelan. Tyler, go ahead.
Well, that is MailChimp.
Yes, that is MailChimp. Do you remember what their campaign was after Serial?
No, not at all. This must have like totally flown past my.
So their the commercial that they ran at the beginning of the Serial episodes, it was just a lot of people like repeating the name MailChimp over and over again. And one of the people was a little girl who pronounced it MailKimp. And so MailChimp bought the domain name mailkimp.com and had it redirect to MailChimp.com. They did a whole spin-off ad series about, did you mean MailChimp? There was like a 3-minute long video called Mail Shrimp. They really leaned into it. It was quite something.
I did hear in some kind, I think it was an interview with Ira Glass or something, where he was saying that they sold the sponsorship rights, expecting like something tiny like 300,000 downloads of Serial or something like that. And,
Yeah.
It's I don't know, tens of millions. I'm sure. I don't know what the number.
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
That's wild.
Got to steal.
I feel like this was just before like the big podcast boom too, right? So like they had no idea that by selling those rights, they were like shooting themselves in the foot.
Their time.
Sure, that really was. Yeah, I mean, I think in a lot of ways, Serial probably is the reason why there was a podcast boom.
Yeah,
Like that.
I think you're right.
Check it out. Like check out the format.
All right, that was the end of round 2, which means that we are moving into round 3, the lightning round. And this is a round where I'm just going to show you a single image. It is going to be an app logo, and you have to guess which app it is based on the logo. So if you are feeling like you're behind, this is a great round to make up points. And it's going to be quick, so we're just going to move right through them. So make sure you have your buzzers ready as we go into round 3. Here we go. Tyler, followed quickly by Caelan.
Ooh, that one is Trello.
That is Trello. That is correct. All right, next app. Here we go.
Trying to do the linguistic math.
That was Tyler again.
I am not 100% sure on this, but based on the H, I'm going to guess it's Hinge.
It is Hinge. That was a good guess.
Good
That was a
guess.
shot in the dark, but it was a good guess. Moving on to the next one. Here we go. Caelan, followed quickly by Chris. Caelan, what do you think it is?
R.I.P. Vine.
R.I.P. Vine. Rip in peace, Vine. We'll miss you. All right, here we go. Next one. Oh, man. That was Caelan, followed just a hair behind him with Chris, and then Tyler right after. Caelan, go ahead.
It's a Twitch.
That is Twitch. That is Twitch. All right, here we go. Next app. Tyler?
That is Headspace.
This is Headspace.
Gotta have Headspace these days.
That's Headspace, an app that probably a lot of people downloaded at the beginning of this year and then didn't use since. All right, next up, here we go. Caelan again.
Airbnb.
That's right, Airbnb. Next one.
I got nothing.
Don't know that one.
Nothing? All right. This is Nextdoor. This is the app for gossiping about your neighbors.
I was gonna say the app for Karens.
Yep. Yes. This is the Karen app TM.
My wife has that, and she'll like scroll through it every once in a while. I'm just like, you gotta stop, because it's just like everybody just complaining about somebody's dog or something.
Yeah, it's always complaining.
Or
It's always complaining about someone didn't pick up their dog's poop, or like the kids are drawing on the sidewalk with chalk again. Yeah, that's what kids do.
people are laughing outside.
The audacity. All right, here we go. Next app.
All right, I'll buzz in if nobody else has got a guess here.
Okay, what do you think?
Overcast.
It is not.
Darn.
Anybody else? Oh, Chris, you buzzed in second.
Quora.
It's not Quora, but you're on track with the cue. Tyler, did you have a guess?
I was going to say, is it the now defunct or soon to be defunct Quibi?
It is Quibi, another dead app. They tried so hard to make Quibi happen, and no one wanted it. Yeah, sometimes you do try too hard. Yeah, it's true. All right, moving on to the next logo. Here we go.
Buzzkill?
Shoot.
It's got the green of a messages app, so I keep wanting to say messages.
I was going to say, it's very similar to WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, the WhatsApp.
Yeah, but I don't know what the B is. Yeah, that one. Throwing me for a loop there. I don't know.
All right, so no guesses here. That is WhatsApp. It's WhatsApp Business.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's literally it's literally just the WhatsApp logo with a B in the middle instead of the W.
That's good.
So,
All right.
yep. It's for direct messaging with businesses. Super fun. I don't know. You guys don't have that one on your phone? Weird.
I do love making business brands out of other beloved brands just by making a watered down version of what other people like.
It's what businesses want. It's what businesses want. As a B2B marketer, I know this.
Facebook was trying to make customer service go through that. That's actually
That sounds like a nightmare. All right, we are moving on to.
Are you saying Facebook has customer service? Sorry, I didn't get that joke
No,
there.
you're good. We are actually moving on to the final question of the final round. Everybody, get your buzzers ready. Here we go. That was Caelan, followed quickly by Tyler.
My kids would be so mad if I didn't get this. It's the Switch. It's technically Switch Online.
Yes. Yes. Switch Online, because Nintendo consoles don't have native voice chat for whatever reason. So this is an app you can download on your phone so you can talk to your friends as you explore their beautiful island in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Not sponsored. And guys, that actually brings us to a tie, which means we're going to have to go to our tiebreaker round. Caelan and Tyler, you're both tied up at 7 points, so we will move on to the actual last question of the game. Here we go. All right, your first clue is a visual clue.
Sculpt.
This is Sculpt. The tiebreaker question was Sculpt. Maybe I should have put this. I put this clue first because it's a little bit of a deep cut, unless you have insider information like Tyler. And you know, this is Blue. This is our CEO Josh's dog. He is no longer this tiny and cute, although he is still very cute. He is a golden doodle, and he used to be in the office all the time, but now he lives in Washington, D.C., and we miss him very much. But yes, this is a picture of Blue. It's up on our website. It's his professional headshot. And our second clue was that this is a Midwest-based B2B agency founded in 2012. And if that still didn't get you there, this is the brand that hosts the game show you're currently on. So that brought Tyler up to 8 points, making him our winner. And that is our game, you guys.
That was awesome.
That was so much fun. Great. Well, congratulations to our winner, Tyler. Tyler, in addition to winning a week's worth of coffee on Sculpt, we will also be making a donation to the Equal Justice Initiative on your behalf. The Equal Justice Initiative is committed to ending mass incarceration and excessive punishment in the United States. They're also committed to challenging racial and economic injustice and protecting basic human rights for the most vulnerable populations in our society. So it is a truly worthwhile cause that we are so happy to be able to donate to on your behalf. And thank you to both of our other contestants for joining us today. I hope you had as much fun as I did. If our viewers are interested in finding or connecting with you online, where can they find you?
You want to go first?
Whoever wants to go first.
You can find me on Twitter at Tyler Hakes. That's Hakes, and my website for Optimist is yesoptimist.com.
Awesome.
And you can find me on LinkedIn. Chris Cozzolino is my name, or at uptowncreation.com.
Perfect. Thank you.
You can find me on Twitter as well. I'm at Caelan Huntress. Good luck spelling it. I'm also at stellarplatforms.com. That's my digital marketing agency, but I do a lot of blogging and writing over at caelanhuntress.com. If you can spell it, then you get rewarded by the content there.
Don't worry, we'll put it on the screen so you can see it. Awesome. Well, thank you again to everyone for being on the show, and to all of our viewers. New episodes go up every other Monday, so we will see you all next time on Let's Get Digital, the game show for modern marketers.